Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Cowboys sign record-setting running back with jacked physique. The Dallas Cowboys are finally bringing in a veteran running back. After going through the initial free agency period without signing a veteran back, the Cowboys are inking Royce Freeman to a one-year deal, according to ESPN's Todd Archer. The Cowboys have signed running back Royce Freeman to a one-year deal, according to source, writes Archer. Freeman had 319 yards on 77 carries with 2 touchdowns last year for the Los Angeles Rams. He was third-round pick of Denver in 2018. Royce Freeman has spent NFL career as journeyman running back. The 28-year-old Freeman has spent the past 6 years as a journeyman running back after being initially drafted by the Denver Broncos back in 2018. Freeman actually began his rookie season as the starter before he was eventually supplanted by Philip Lindsay. The 6-foot, 238-pound Freeman ended his rookie campaign with 521 yards, 4.0 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns on 130 carries in 8 starts and 14 carries. However, he has yet to replicate those numbers since. Freeman spent 2 more years as a reserve back in Denver before he was waived by the Broncos prior to the start of the 2021 season. Freeman split the 2021 season with the Carolina Panthers and Houston Texans before spending the 2023 season with the Los Angeles Rams. Royce Freeman was once a record-setting back at Oregon. While he's far removed from his days at the University of Oregon, Freeman was actually one of the more accomplished running backs in college football. During his sophomore season in 2015, Freeman was named a third-team All-American after rushing for 1,836 yards and 17 touchdowns. He also garnered all Pac-12 honors in 3 of his 4 seasons with the Oregon Ducks. To top it all off, he ended his collegiate career with 60 rushing touchdowns, a Pac-12 conference record. As Matt Miller of Bleacher Report described in his scouting report of Freeman back in 2017, Freeman has a jacked physique punctuated by his physical running style. Freeman has a jacked physique and looks the part walking off the bus with a 230-plus pound frame that's thick throughout. He's a physical back with a diverse skill set that fits into many different offensive systems. Don't be surprised if Freeman has a better rookie season than players we've ranked ahead of him. With Freeman now in the equation, the Cowboys now have 5 backs on the roster, including Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, Deuce Vaughn, Hunter Luepke and Snoop Connor. However, Dallas is still expected to select a running back in the 2024 NFL Draft, according to Dallas Morning News' Michael Gelkin. Cowboys signed former Rams and Broncos RB Royce Freeman today to a one-year contract, a person familiar with the move said, writes Gelkin. This does not alter the expectation Dallas will select a running back in next week's draft. Considering the Cowboys previously leaned on a 2-back system with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, they could do the same in 2024. Dallas could go with a game plan of leaning on a veteran back, such as Freeman, to be paired with a rookie running back they select in the draft. Through 6 NFL seasons, Freeman holds career statistics of 1,790 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on 467 carries in 76 appearances and 9 starts. Cowboys tease contract extensions for CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys have had a quiet offseason, but that may be because of upcoming contract extensions for players like CeeDee Lamb. The lack of activity has prompted speculation and criticism, but Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones is finally answering those comments. On April 16, Jones spoke on 105.3 The Fan about the offseason. While he has nothing concrete to update, he did claim that the reason for a lack of activity is so the Cowboys have a realistic chance at bringing back Lamb, QB Dak Prescott and LB Micah Parsons. It doesn't mean it happens overnight, Jones said. But when you're wanting to sign players like Dak, Prescott, and Micah, Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, then you have to hold money back if you want to have a realistic chance of signing those guys. Extensions aren't simple, however, Dallas created the situation they're in with all of their prior salary cap decisions, so they can only blame themselves for their inability to make moves or extend important players. Stephen Jones addresses all-in claim earlier in the offseason. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones stated that the team was all in on winning this season. Then, free agency began and Dallas proceeded to sign just one player in the first month of the window. But Stephen Jones claims that the idea of all in is subjective. Further, he states that the Cowboys will have spent the maximum amount of money possible by the 2024 regular season. Everybody has their own definition of what that means, but I've never not known us to be all in, nor have I known anyone we compete against not to be all in, Jones said. We spend max money year in and year out, Jones said. All 32 can only spend the same amount of money over a 5-year stretch. When we're all said and done, we max out our salary cap every year. We will have done that. What comes with having a good roster, which we do, we're also looking towards signing our own guys. This explanation will probably not promote optimism among Cowboys fans, but it is still a bit more context on Dallas' situation. Cowboys CeeDee Lamb not attending off-season workouts on April 15. ESPN reporter Adam Schefter updated the Cowboys' contract stalemate with Lamb. As things stand, the WR will not attend the team's voluntary off-season program. Cowboys WR CeeDee Lamb isn't expected to attend the start of Dallas' voluntary off-season program Monday while he awaits a new contract to replace the one scheduled to pay him a fully guaranteed $17.199 million for his upcoming fifth-year option season, Schefter wrote on X. It's not a surprise that Lamb isn't attending, but a follow-up from Dallas Morning News reporter Calvin Watkins puts things into perspective. The Cowboys have apparently had very little conversation with Lamb. Considering that Jones is claiming that they're holding back money for Lamb, it's weird that negotiations haven't begun in earnest. It's only April, but the Cowboys are quickly approaching the core part of the offseason and will want Lamb showing up. Mike Zimmer already fixing one of Dan Quinn's biggest mistakes. The Dallas Cowboys haven't made significant additions to their roster in free agency as they are bringing back most of their core back, especially on the defensive side of the ball. The splashy free agent signings Cowboys fans were hoping for never came, but Dallas still has plenty of talent to continue to be elite on both ends. There will still be plenty of changes defensively as well. The defensive coordinator for the past 3 years, Dan Quinn, left for the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys replaced him with one of the most experienced coaches out there, Mike Zimmer. Zimmer has already highlighted his intention to make some changes, especially in run defense, where the team struggled under Quinn, despite having one of the best overall defenses in the league. With that goal in mind, the Cowboys are reportedly moving Marquise Bell from linebacker to safety to begin next season. Marquise Bell was signed by the Cowboys as an undrafted free agent following the 2022 NFL Draft. The Florida A&M product played at safety in college. As a rookie for the Cowboys, he was seldom used. When he became a part of the rotation last season, Dan Quinn utilized him exclusively at linebacker. In both Bell and Quinn's defense, the Cowboys were short-handed at linebacker and Bell actually performed admirably there, finishing with a 76.8 grade on PFF and ranking 18th overall among all qualified linebackers in the league. He racked up 94 tackles, 4 passes defended, and 2 forced fumbles. However, it's also clear that Bell doesn't have the physical profile needed to be a full-time linebacker. He was exposed at the highest levels due to his lack of experience and strength. He is built more like a safety with a 6'3", 205 pounds frame. It's no surprise that his strong PFF grade came with an outstanding 87.6 in coverage but just 62.9 against the run. Mike Zimmer already indicated his desire to have more size and strength at linebacker, signing his former player Eric Kendricks to provide that. The Cowboys currently have Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson as their starting safeties. Hooker certainly has the starting role locked up, but Bell could claim the other spot with an impressive training camp. There is still plenty of time left until the start of the next NFL season, but you don't have to wait that long to get in on the action.